From a psychological perspective, if you feel like you and your partner aren't a good match during your relationship, you shouldn't immediately consider calling it quits. Think about it. If two people who truly love each other start thinking about breaking up at the first sign of trouble, isn't that a flawed view on love? It's an irresponsible approach. A lasting, stable, intimate relationship takes effort from both sides. There's simply no such thing as two people who are perfectly compatible from the start. Even if you believe in love at first sight, your different backgrounds, upbringings, and life experiences will inevitably create differences. These differences mean you'll have different ways of thinking, making decisions, and handling problems, what people commonly refer to as having different values. Frankly, if someone immediately thinks you're not right for each other every time a problem arises, they're never going to have a lasting relationship. They'll never find someone who truly matches them. In intimate relationships, working through differences is an essential part of the journey, even if feeling incompatible is a common experience. So why do some couples grow closer and become more in sync over time, while others end up breaking apart? It's simple. The longevity of a relationship isn't determined by the intensity of your passion, but rather by your ability to love someone and be loved in return. Some people face challenges head-on, working together to solve problems, while others tend to run away at the first sign of trouble. Take long-distance couples, for example. Some of them sit down and plan their future together, agreeing on when to end the distance, while others just complain all day that they're never together, leading to endless fights that never stop. When it comes to differences in daily habits, some couples manage to discuss their needs, share their thoughts, and find a balance. Others, however, resort to cold violence, forcing the other to give in. Let's be honest, people like that are generally selfish. They care more about what they get out of the relationship rather than what they give. Think about it. If someone isn't even willing to work through a small problem with you, then that's a true sign you're not really compatible. What is love anyway? Love isn't just a rush of hormones or a fleeting impulse. Real love is about genuinely liking someone for who they are. It means you're willing to face life's ups and downs together, accept each other's quirks, and work on solving problems as a team. In fact, more than 90% of relationship conflicts can be resolved. But your relationship gets worse only because you put too much emphasis on those so-called incompatibilities and cling too tightly to your own standards. Having standards isn't bad, but if you hold on too rigidly, you might miss out on the importance of compromise. Love isn't about labeling everything as right or wrong, black or white. Many of the issues that seem irreconcilable are simply the result of one person not wanting to work through the problem. The moment you start planning your escape as soon as things get tough, you're already not committed to growing together. Some people are just naturally selfish. They're not willing to change for love, yet they expect you to endlessly accommodate their needs. No matter who you're with, you'll constantly be watching their mood, tiptoeing around their emotions, always afraid that one misstep will make them unhappy and force you to be incompatible. But you need to understand that love isn't just a temporary emotion. It's a skill that you have to cultivate. Because I love you, I'm willing to grow with you, face life's storms together, and learn from our conflicts. There's no such thing as a couple who were meant to be perfectly matched from the start. Even those couples we all envy have gone through countless bumps and missteps before reaching the harmonious stage we see today. So if you feel that you and your partner just aren't right for each other, ask yourself, were you really in love with the person themselves? Or were you just lonely and ended up with whoever was around? Have you truly put in the effort to make the relationship work? Or have you already been planning an exit as an excuse? Also, honestly evaluate whether you have the capacity to truly love someone and think deeply about what being a good match really means. Is it about external factors like money or family background? Or is it about internal qualities like character, values, and compatibility? The truth is, real compatibility comes from the fact that I love you means we're both willing to grow and change together. If you don't have the courage to take that first step together, then even the smallest everyday challenge, like managing the little details of life, can easily break your bond. When problems arise and neither of you is willing to face them positively, and all you do is cry out, "We're not compatible," then after a breakup, you might even act like you're heartbroken, even though deep down you were already planning to split up. So remember, the only true standard for whether two people are right for marriage is whether you can achieve a state of coexistence and rebirth together. When conflicts and disagreements occur, don't simply assign blame. After all, the goal of your love is to build a whole, not to highlight individual shortcomings. That's the true essence of a symbiotic relationship. If you can work together through life's challenges, even if it feels like you're dodging bombs on a battlefield, and come out stronger each time, then you're on the right path. Ask yourself when problems arise, are you in love with the person for who they are, or just because you were lonely? Have you truly given your all to the relationship, or were you already planning an exit? And more importantly, do you even have the ability to love someone deeply? Think about what real compatibility means. Is it just material conditions and family background? Or is it about shared values, character, and personal growth? Or is it even possible that there really are two people who are absolutely perfect for each other? In reality, the true match comes from a deep "I love you" commitment, where both of you willingly grow, change, and evolve for the sake of the relationship. If you can't even take that first step together, then even the smallest daily issues can crush your bond. And when problems arise, if you can't even muster the basic willingness to face them, and instead immediately say, "We're not right for each other," but then after breaking up, you put on a fake, tearful act, I have to ask, how can you be okay with that? Follow me for more insights on how to build a relationship where you truly feel loved and cherished for the long haul.